Being able to receive the ball is one of the most important things you can do for your game. It's going to unlock everything that you want to be able to do on the field, but there is a way to do this, and that is exactly what we're going to be going over in today's video. So you may be the fastest player on the field. You may have the best shot. You may be able to read the game at a very high level. But if you don't have the touch to back it up, then you're not doing anything with that ball. And your teammates probably don't want to pass you the ball that often. Just because even though you are the best option, they know that if they pass it to you, you might lose it. But don't worry, we're going to fix that right here and right now. Whenever we say that you need a great first touch on the ball, what I'm meaning is that you need to almost be able to catch the ball with your foot. That's what you're doing to bring the pace out of the ball. So whenever I tell my athletes, I want you to have a great first touch, we go into the basics of kill the ball, kill the momentum out of the ball. That's the most important thing you can do. Well, how do we do that? You're just matching the speed in the smallest amount of space, so that way the ball just stops on your foot. And here's a good way to visualize it. Have you ever seen a space shuttle docking with the space station? You may have seen this in movies, or you may have seen this in some documentaries. Whenever the space shuttle is docking with the space station, if the space shuttle were to just keep its momentum and drive through the space station, well, you'd have a lot of problems. So what the space station is doing, what they're doing is they're matching the speed, but because one is stationary and the other is moving, there needs to be a slight give to the one that's stationary, so that way it can absorb the energy and bring it to a stop. Now listen, I don't want to bore you with all the science that goes into all that, but what you need to remember is that your foot is the space station and the ball is the space shuttle. And you need to make sure that you are ready to receive the momentum that's coming in, or else you're all gonna blow up and die. That got a little dark, but listen, okay? It's science. Just don't worry about it. All you need to know is that your first touch needs to be on point, and this is how you can train it. So first we start with bell taps, and bell taps are just helping us to get a feel for the ball under our frame. But as you do these more often, you're going to start turning them into bell tap catches, croquettes, or what I just call bell tap catches. All you're doing is moving the ball from one side to the other, but you're doing it at a rapid pace, and you're catching the ball with the inside of your foot, getting used to moving your foot away in order to match the speed of the ball. But because the speed of the ball is happening so fast right underneath you, and you're the one who's initially generating that force to throw it to the other leg, you get an idea of how fast that ball is moving. Now, this is something that you can do over and over and over again, and I recommend that you do at least 100 of these a day. 50 on one side, 50 on the other. If you just count to 100, you will have done that. Next, you're gonna do settling. Settling is another way for us to get used to matching the speed of the ball to build our first touch. And what you're gonna wanna focus on is your knee and your heel. Whenever you are dropping your foot underneath the ball to catch it, what you're doing is moving your heel down in order to match the pace of the ball and to allow your foot to cushion and keep the ball on your foot. Now, whenever you're in the game or whenever you're doing this live on the field, you won't have to do this to such an exaggerated extent, because I don't want you having to drop your heel all the way to the ground and stopping the whole game. But what you are going to get used to is your muscle memory. And whenever the ball is played to you, you'll be able to do this in such a rapid way and with the least amount of movement as possible. You'll be able to match the speed of the ball extremely quickly and have the ball stop on your foot. But that's that first touch. So this is what we're building in. You should be doing 100 of these a day as well. And if you count to 100, then again, you'll get 50 on both foot. The last way to train this is to kick a ball off a wall and receive it on your foot again and try and keeping it in the air. It's fun to say, so I hope you actually do it. But what you're doing is you're playing the ball with the instep of your foot to a wall. It's bouncing off the wall, coming back to you, and you have to try to settle the ball by kicking it back up with the inside of your foot and then playing it back to the wall. And you're going to do this for as many reps as you can, and then you'll switch feet. This allows you to get really good with both feet, and it's something that you should have. Every player needs to have both feet. It also helps you in analyzing the ball as it's moving to you out of the air, because a lot of time the passes that we are receiving, They may be coming to us at our hip level, if not chest to head level. And you want to make sure that if it is though in that mid-range tier, we want to be able to pull that out of the air, drop it at our foot, and then get right back into the speed of play. Why is this so effective for you as a player, and how is this going to change your game? As most of you know, because you play and watch the game, whenever the ball starts to get into the air and it's being sent back and forth and back and forth, the game just starts to get messy and it's not being played at a high level anymore. But you can make that adjustment. Anytime that the ball is in the air, we want to make sure that we settle it, take control, and we move back into a fast speed of play. Now, whenever the ball is being played to us from one of our teammates, you don't have time to take 5 touches and then scan the field and figure everything out. That's something that needs to be happening before the ball gets to you. You scan the field, you see what's open, and you already know what you want to do with the ball before it gets to you. This will allow you to start taking first touches into space that you want to be going into. This will start to get you moving on the field at a very fast level. And on top of that, whenever you add this into an incredible first touch, you are now going to be able to keep the ball in your control at all times and have it under your frame, making you extremely lethal. If you can take control of the ball, you will take control of the game. That's how I want to see you playing. That's my expectation of you as a player. So get out on the field, start training, and let's make it happen. Let me know if this helps. I'm excited to see everyone's development, and leave a comment, drop a like, and subscribe because that definitely helps the channel. As always, this is Coach Connor, and I'm all in and dedicated to your development in soccer. Bye for now.